Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk about the 69th John A. Allan Golf Tournament at Fox Hill Country Club. Joining us right now is a pretty darn good team, Tom Biscotti and John Mikiewicz. Let's first talk about how you guys got together and started golfing. We'll start with you, John. Tell us about how you and Tom started golfing together, and you guys have been a pretty good duo.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success over the last couple of years, and it really goes back to high school. We didn't really play together because he went to Pittston area and I went to Seton Catholic, but we went to the same college together at King's, and I think our friendship definitely started there. Life kind of, between getting jobs and going to other places definitely affected our golf after we both graduated. He went to dental school, But when everything kind of settled in for us, and we were both members of Fox Hill, and we just became really close, and we played so much with each other, we decided to team up for the John Moore, and we had some success doing that, and we tried to find other tournaments to get into, and kind of just led pretty casually into that over the years.
There's some awfully good competition out there, and do you guys feel pressure right now, John, going into this, coming back as a champion?
Oh, there's always a level of pressure. Tom and I have very high expectations for our games, and I think it's easier that we've won one already, but there's definitely the pressure to want to three-peat. And going forward, there'll be pressure every year because the competition in this tournament is just the best.
How about the young blood that just keeps coming at you guys? There's tournaments all over Northeast Pennsylvania, but guys that are playing at a real high level in college, just out of college, those guys want to come and get a little bit of what you guys have to offer right now.
Absolutely. I mean, if every foursome seems to be filled with somebody that is under 21 and playing some great golf. This year, Mariano Medico is in the field. In the past, Brandon Matthews and Matt Teasdale's been in the field, plus a dozen other great golfers, especially college golfers. So that is no surprise to us. We were in that position a long time ago, and now it's their turn, and we're trying to hold the fort.
All right, let's get over to Tom Biscotti right now, the partner of John Mikiewicz here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Tom, for you, let's talk about the course itself. Tell us about what you love about playing Fox Hill, and, of course, you got to tell us your favorite hole as well.
I love Fox Hill. I played Fox Hill growing up since I was a kid. I consider it like another home for me. It's just a course that I feel really comfortable on. I've played there enough for a long enough period of time that, it's just the kind of course that I could kind of, even if I'm not hitting the ball great, I seem to be able to put a score together. And, as far as a favorite hole goes, hard for me to say. Each hole is unique. I enjoy the challenge of the course, so it's just a fun test, and I just find that every time I play there, I find something new about the course, even though I've played there for years, and it's just very enjoyable for me to be there.
When you have a team like you and John, sometimes you say, okay, he's a little bit longer off the tee, or he's better with his short game. Do you guys complement each other, or are you both kind of pretty good at all elements of the game?
I think that me and John, John has his strengths. John's very, very steady, very accurate player. He's a great putter. He's got a great short game. Very, very accurate off the tee. I fill in the holes. I think that that maybe I compliment John in some ways, and I just think that makes us a strong team. I think separately we're both strong players, but for some reason when we play together, I think it actually just elevates our game that much more. And it makes us a real strong team.
You got to have the mental game in the game of golf, and of course with the competition right on your heels every year. Tell us about that component of trying to stay tough and making sure you guys are there to pat each other on the back and do what you have to do to get each other fired up a little bit.
Well, it doesn't take much to get fired up to play in this kind of tournament. John and I are very driven, as far as playing serious golf at this level. And I just think we have a really good camaraderie out there, just a really good friendship. He knows how to pick my club. We know the right thing to say to each other. We've played enough golf together over the years that, it's just clicking now. And I think we're really right in the heart of just a good run that hopefully will continue.
Talking with Tom Biscotti here on the John Mendola Show as we talk about the 69th John A. Allan Golf Tournament at Fox Hill Country Club. It's coming up next weekend, so we're really excited to give you a little bit of the insight as to what these champs are coming back and looking at. John, let's get back to you and talk a little bit about the competition and what it's like because there's so much good competition. Tell us about. Do you get out on the course ahead of time a whole lot to try to, get your feel for the course, a couple weeks prior, a couple days prior? Tell us about you and Tom getting out there and kind of giving it a go as if it's a trial run.
Yeah, we do play a lot of casual rounds together, and we're always talking about pin placements, and we definitely are students of the game, studying, the greens, especially at Fox Hill, who have some of the most treacherous greens in the area. I would say being that we're members there, that helps, because we're playing it very often. Tom, started off as a member there years ago, too. And, over the time, you just learn some of the little things about the course. And, that's what makes the competition in this tournament really amazing is because there's so many players that are familiar with this course. It's hard to predict the score that's going to win. And being that this is a stroke play here, it's going to be Tom and I versus the golf course, where last year it was completely different because we had opponents.
Yeah, a new format this year. We talked to Francis Hayes about that, so that should be interesting in its own right. John, for you, any new clubs or a favorite club that you have that you're taking in this year?
I got some new wedges with a different bounce that I have not had in the bag last year, but I have the same irons, the same driver 3-wood and hybrids, and I was experimenting with the putter at the end of last year and at the beginning of this year, and I went back to the Old Faithful that I've had for the last 3 years. And, Tom really gave me a wake-up lesson a couple weeks ago, really helped me with my putting, and I'm really excited to see the results from that, this weekend.
And Tom Biscotti, for you, golfers have much on as far as things they should do, shouldn't do, same socks, pants, different things like that. Do you and John have any of these rituals you go through?
Yeah, I have a ritual that I've done every year since we played in the Allan together. And my in-laws live literally across the street from Fox Hill, so every morning before the tournament, I go there for my bowl of oatmeal. It's a standard thing, and that's my breakfast for the morning. It hasn't failed me yet, and that's going to continue this week coming up. So if there's any superstition or ritual, that would definitely be it for me.
Always scoring some points with the in-laws is always good, so that's awesome. Well, Tom, we wish you the very best, and John as well. You guys are a nice duo, and obviously you've done it here at Fox Hill for the John A. Allan Golf Tournament, so we're rooting for you next week, and of course all the other teams should be great competition.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it
so much.
You got it. The 69th John A. Allan Golf Tournament coming up next weekend here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.